Hello. Okay, so my name is Serena Sun, and I am the artist, songwriter, and producer behind this song called Sunny Blue.
We were faster than a bullet. You faded till you lost your hue. Wish I saw what I couldn't. 'Cause I was left a sunny blue.
Yeah, I just want to bring you through the process of how I made the song. I made this when I first moved to London, and it was kind of an experiment because it's one of the first songs I've fully produced on my own. Thankfully, I live with a guitarist, so any of the guitars you're hearing is done by this beautiful man named Kevin Logan. And yeah. Okay, so this is the project. Let's just zoom out real quick because it looks like a lot. For those of you who aren't familiar with music production DAWs, this is Ableton. Okay, so the first thing you hear right out the gate is this. So I'm pretty sure that's my voice. It was likely recorded in through this little bullet mic. Without any sort of processing, it sounds like this. Oh my god, I'm really exposing myself here. Okay. It's not that bad. That's definitely a reverse vocal. So sorry. At first I thought I just recorded that in, like as if I was freestyling and I went, but okay, it's a reverse vocal. Oh, I'm so scared to see what this is. All right, let's see what that was. Let's reverse it back and see. Dear God. Oh no. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it was me freestyling some random like da 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 da, like random bits and bobs in the background, and then reversing them. And then the first thing I added was clearly some tuning. Cool. Okay, so that's already better than Auto-tune. Love you guys. All right, so these are the settings that I have on this because it is full reaching speed. Very little flex. Don't make her human. In the right key. Yeah, because this is meant to be like a texture, so I wanted it to very much sound like an instrument, and sometimes using Auto-tune to do that works like a charm. Next we got Spectre, and so this is a saturator, and I use the preset telephone just to give it this quality. So yeah, without it. With it. Yeah, it adds this like buzziness, and it's just great. Next we have a reverb. We have Valhalla. So yeah, so giving it some space. Ooh, sorry, closed that too soon. I realized I automated it. Do you see that mix changing? It didn't do too much, only because it's such a long tail on this reverb. But yeah, this is the automation right here, if you were curious. All right, next we got Lossy. Do you hear that little like crispy, like high-end, like sip? Okay, I'll do it without it. With it. Yeah, it just adds like something on top, which I really like. All right, next we got an EQ. I think it's probably, cut out a lot of the low end because, I mean, you don't have to do it this aggressively, but whenever you're adding any saturation to a track or an audio file, you want to cut off the bottom because it adds some weird frequencies underneath it. I don't know if I'm going to go into this much detail on everything. This might be aggressive. All right, let's just keep going. Right out the gate, you hear a reverse kick. It like kind of goes right into it, so yeah. Okay, it's got a big reverb. Yeah, I wanted this kick to feel spacious and boomy, like you're in a cavern. By the way, shout out to Jack Mullin, incredible mixing engineer who really like helped piece this together after I produced it. Yeah, so this is also obviously the unmixed project, and there's also, I realized, the outro missing, so I must have made a copy of this and worked on it afterwards, which I like to do, by the way. If you're producing and you're scared of messing up like the work that you've done and you want to do more and you want to experiment a bit, definitely recommend saving as and then like call it like V2 or something, and then you can go kind of whack with all the production and editing, and like if there's certain things you've changed that you missed from the last version, you can just import it back in and or like go back to your old version. So yeah, this is definitely one of the older versions without the outro, which I really love in this song, so I'll have to find that project. So yeah, there's just like a higher end percussion to enhance certain parts of this beat. There's a kick here with the deep kick. to emphasize certain beats. And there you go. There's a third kick right here. So this one sounds a bit more like the live kick. And look at the two snares for the intro. Boom, bap, boom, bap. And then the toms. Let's add those. And yeah, honestly, that's just the progression for the beginning. Right out the gate, we also have bass. Funny story about the bass. It used to sound like this. Now it's... So basically the old bass or original bass that we had was just a pitch down guitar because we didn't have a bass. We had our friend Sunny, based in Vancouver, send over a recorded file version of what we'd written. So now we have a real bass in this, thank God, because that's what Jack was saying. We hit the mixing stage. He was like, have you considered getting a real bass? It just adds so much more body. And he could bring it way more out in the mix without it sounding weird and filtered and bizarre. Let's go to the verse. Let's hear it.
Not a single mark or trace existed when you left.
Okay, so that like zoop in the background is a reversed guitar. And there's this little layer. I don't even know what you are. Let's see what you are. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's a cleaner version of it, and then like a verbed out devil lock, a bit more crunchy version, just layered on top. This is all the vocals that are on this song, which is quite alarming or wonderful, depending on how you look at it. Why don't we just solo that real quick?
We were faster than a bullet. You faded till you lost your hue.
I love using vocals as a backdrop and almost as instruments sometimes.
Where you going? When you pulled me in your current, how was I supposed to know?
Oh yeah, and then there's little glitchy parts. So a lot of what's happening here is the lossy plugin again. It's called the bad cell connection preset. So it's like kind of cutting out. And without that, it sounds like this. Like, yeah, see what a big difference that is?
Well, I went a moment.
Little delays.
Didn't have a thing to say. Well, I
I think there's like a low bit too. Oh, that was a little creepy. Also, a lot of these things are just like funny things that I thought I wanted to add to the song that gave it some character. If you couldn't tell, that's why I love music production. I just think it's like a fun, creative thing. It's like obviously overwhelming when you have no idea what you're doing, which is literally what my entire process was. But it's also just fun to play around and see what sticks, you know? All right, let's hear that drone harmony bit.
We were faster.
Okay. Another harmony.
Wish I saw what I couldn't.
Nice.
'Cause I was left to sunny blue.
The doubles.
And you buried your emotion.
Whispers.
You swore that we were both into.
A little low voice.
Became everything you wanted.
All right, and there's the doubles and the leads.
Thought of you.
A lot of layers for this Mary, the thought of you bit. Let's hear them.
While I'm married, the thought of you.
Nice.
If you. Oh.
Yeah, one thing I like to do is add a lot of harmonies, just melodic bits over specific lyrics that I just want to highlight. And then we have this ooh bit. They're like little pads made out of my voice. Oh, okay. Wait, I actually have a funny story about this part. It's called Funny. Let's listen to what it is. This is a really dumb sound that I just wanted to put in because I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing at the time of making this song. I thought this sound felt like an Animal Crossing noise, like when it was by itself. Yeah, like literally, okay, wait, on its own, this is what it sounds like. It sounds like one of those Animal Crossing noises, like somebody going like, I don't know. I think, okay, imagine an Animal Crossing little guy going. And I was like, well, we're going to have to freaking add that. I think it was a reverse like we did earlier in the intro. Nope. Okay, I genuinely could not tell you what this was. I think it was sped up too. Okay, wait. Let's try slowing it down. Yes. Oh my god, that's what it was. Okay, so I must have been freestyling and just went da, 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 da. Oh, this was definitely recorded in the bullet mic. I didn't filter it at all. It just has that crunchy, not super clear quality to it. I must have shortened it like and then reversed it to get this stupid, lovely sound that now exists on my song forever. Let's see. In context. I thought that was dumb and I love it. Love silly little things in a song. It's like what makes it unique too, you know? Like I guess my imprint on my songs is stupid sounds that I make with my mouth. That sounded weird. Okay, so that sound is created by the Ebo. My partner Kevin got it for me for Christmas, and basically you put it on a string of a guitar, it vibrates it. It just continuously plays a string and it adds this like cool sound. I think this is pitched up. So yeah, that's what it. Yeah, it's almost quite sharp. Yeah. But I definitely processed this. I'm gonna guess with some reverb, probably some EQ to cut out whatever frequencies I didn't want from the recording with the synths. Let's talk about the transitions, because I feel like transitions through this production process I learned are so important. Creating a bit of space, taking the drums out for the most part, just keeping the kick in with that bass part. Yeah, for this song, if I could do it again, I would probably create more variation between the different sections. But you know what? Like honestly, this song, when I was making it, I really did want it to feel like a build up the entire time. Like the tension was building until you get to that little outro part that feels like a sense of relief, because the song is about this bitterness building up over time, and then it feels like it's just overwhelming this feeling of pain until you get to that brief feeling of like air. And yeah, I guess I wouldn't change it, but it's just something I noticed that I hadn't been prioritizing, which was making sure each section felt really different and distinct, which is something I'm doing now. Every song you just learn so much, and like that's what I love about music. There's just so many aspects of it you can get better at. Okay, I'm gonna open actually a newer project than this, because this is a pretty in-depth breakdown of how I process certain things, but it's also missing an outro, and I want to definitely talk about that. So here's the bare outro that I was talking about. First and foremost, we got a little transition into the new space, which is just mostly guitars. So it's actually guitar bits reversed. Another layer of guitars every once in a while. That's the song. I'm so happy it's finally out. I love the way it sounds, and I just wanted to shout out the people who helped me make it again. Kevin Logan on guitar, Sianne Petrisor on bass, Jack Mullin mixing it, and Edsel Holden on master. So yeah, just massive shout out to these humans for helping me bring this together. So if you're keen to listen to how it sounds fully finished, check it out on all streaming platforms, and please do let me know if you have any questions for future walkthroughs or breakdowns. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day. Bye!